It is, yeah, the city. I listen like many stories, but what you say is make me understand Hong Kong more. Thank you for explaining.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but you also come to Japan, right? Then
Yes,
you stayed in Japan 8 years, you say, right? So could you
7 years.
also 7 years? Okay, so could you
Mm.
explain like a quite big cultural difference between Hong Kong and Japan? If you notice something here.
I think between Hong Kong and Japan, if the biggest cultural shock that
Mm.
I would say, working in Japan, I
Mm.
think following guidelines and procedures are very
Okay.
important. I think you
Okay.
would
I
agree.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, and Hong Kong people, well, we can say we also follow guidelines and procedures
Okay.
because it's still very
More, let's say, more
but
flexible.
yes, exactly. That's the word that I would like to say. We are much more flexible in terms of following rules and regulations. But I always use an example is okay. For example, uh, in Japan, if you
Mm.
want to do a job, you have to do step 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Most Japanese will follow one.
Yeah.
When you finish one, you
Mm.
start two.
Two. Yes.
And when you finish two, you start three, and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. But for many Hong Kong people, maybe we will do four things together.
Okay. It should
So
be more
yeah,
like a
yeah,
yeah
we will
effective.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will do one, two. We will start 1, 2, 3, 4 together, and then maybe at the end of the day, we will. Of course, the outcome will be the same, but maybe
More faster.
Hong Kong people maybe a little bit faster. Yeah,
Okay.
is flexibility. Yeah.
Mm. It's interesting. But yeah. Oh yeah. True. True. Mm. Interesting.
Mm.
So yeah, you come to Japan as a employee, and then yeah, you talk with many like Japanese people in
Mm.
Japan, right? Then
Yeah.
do you think yeah, we have also many international people from Japan who are our like a Japanese people is basically focused on like a Japanese local market or I don't know. Yeah, I just want to know your opinion.
Well, I think I first arrived Japan in
Mm.
2008,
Mm.
working in our Tokyo office.
Yeah.
And let me use the food business as an example
Yes,
again,
please.
if you
Yeah.
don't mind. I still remember, when I was in Tokyo office in 2008,
Mm.
because every year we run the annual food expo.
Yes.
uh, and I still remember in 2008, we only have like single digit
Mm.
companies from
Mm.
Japan coming to Hong Kong, coming
Okay.
to our show, coming to our trade fair to
Mm.
try to meet with international buyers and export their products to the rest of the world. But I remember by the time I left Tokyo office in 2012, I think
Okay.
the number rolled up to like to around maybe 200 something.
Ooh, ooh.
And when I joined the Japan team again in 2018,
Mm.
we were talking about more than 300 companies,
Ooh.
Japanese companies, coming to Hong Kong to try to find international buyers. So I think the trend is many Japanese companies, especially those SMEs, are
Mm.
actually becoming more and more forward-looking
Okay,
and
okay.
want to explore more on the opportunities in other parts of the world.
Okay.
So I think that's a good sign. It is a good sign
Fine,
that we
yeah.
see more. Yeah, good. It's good to see
More
more and more Japanese companies. I think
because
that one of the reason is also because of the demand in Japan. The local demand is
yeah,
shrinking
shrinking, yeah.
because of the population. The birth
Population,
rate
yeah.
is quite low in Japan,
True.
and I think for those really forward-looking SMEs and companies, I think they, in the past 1 or 2 decades, they have been starting to look into the chances in other markets. And in that sense, I think Hong Kong and Hong Kong Trade Development Council can surely help these companies find other opportunities worldwide.
So so in front of you, you have met like many cases, many Japanese company challenge to Chinese or Hong Kong or international market, and some of them is maybe success, and the other is fail. So could you also, if you can describe the a tendency of successors or failures, could you explain why they success or why they fail, if you have a common point?
Well, wow, that's quite a difficult situation, because at the beginning when I said Hong Kong TDC, we are doing matchmaking. For Japanese companies with Hong Kong business. We are just like Qualcomm. Is it Qualcomm? The matchmaker.
You say Qualcomm?
Is it Qualcomm? I forgot.
You mean ladies and men
yes,
drinking?
exactly.
Qualcomm.
It's like Qualcomm. It's like
Okay.
Qualcomm. Because we try to introduce man and woman together. We are like the match. We are like the middleman. We are like the middleman. And whether they can finally get married, is very difficult to say. Right? So back to your question, whether after the business matching, whether they can succeed or whether they are not succeed, is actually a very difficult situation, a very difficult question to answer. But I think that sometimes it also depends on, for example, the product, whether it is really suitable for the market. For example, I don't know, maybe for some of the Japanese food stuff. For example, for myself, I'm a big lover of Japanese food, but for myself, I really cannot eat natto, for example.
You should try.
So maybe I should try.
It's healthy.
But of course, I can still see a lot of natto available in Hong Kong's supermarkets. But just give an example of is my own opinion. Maybe some products, maybe they are not suitable in the market.
In China.
I think there are a lot of reasons behind.
So at least through your answer, I understand you joined many Gokong in Japan, I guess.
No.
By the way, also could you
at least I know the word.
You know the word. I understand. So by the way, could you also, if you have any idea or any service or any goods, if something like a product or service from Japan is popular recently in Hong Kong, could you share which type of a service is popular in Hong Kong now?
I think especially after the pandemic, Hong Kong people are actually getting more and more health conscious, and things that are wellness related, health related, are actually getting very, very popular in Hong Kong. And there is a very famous drugstore from Japan, the Matsumoto Kiyoshi. Yes, they are doing so well in Hong Kong, and they just opened the first outlet in Hong Kong during the pandemic, and I think they are opening up more and more outlets. So I think Japanese healthcare products, some drugs maybe, health supplements, even things like a massage machine, things like that. I think they are actually getting very popular in Hong Kong recently, and they are all available in the kiosk or like Don Quixote. Don Quixote is also doing very well in Hong Kong, very well. And the interesting thing, also because of I think it's also because of the pandemic, many people choose to eat at home.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, avoid to eat
And
outside.
actually,
Yeah.
Don Quixote in Hong Kong, actually, they also sell food items. I think Don Quixote in Japan,
No,
they
no,
don't sell
no.
food,
They
right?
have like some instant food, but they don't
Yeah.
have like a daily use food. Yeah.
Yeah, but Don Quixote in Hong Kong is the one big difference, is Don Quixote in Hong Kong also sell fresh fruit.
Wow. It's a
They
big
have
difference. Yeah.
they have melons, they have vegetables. They also sell bento, hot bento as
Oh,
well.
interesting. The food comes
Yes,
from Japan or also produced in Hong Kong or
I think for example, the bento will be produced in Hong Kong, but
yeah, it
maybe
should
they,
be.
they are using Japanese food
Ingredient. Yeah.
ingredients. Yeah. So
Interesting.
next time when you come to Hong Kong, you can try bento from Don Quixote.
I don't want to eat like a Japanese taste food in Hong Kong. No, thank you. But
Okay.
of course, I want to visit like a Don Quixote or Matsumoto Kiyoshi in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Maybe I can
Yeah, you should
understand the
come.
difference. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Actually, there are some differences.
Okay.
And I think this is the, how companies or Japanese companies, they come to Hong Kong and then they adapt to the environment, and they also look at how Hong Kong people spend, the spending pattern, and then they adjust a little bit about their strategy. And I think they are successful because they really look into how Hong Kong people consume.
Okay. So yeah, they also have a branch in mainland China or only in Hong Kong. Do you know it?
Don Quixote, and I think they have plans in opening up branches in mainland.
None. Okay, but
Sure,
not
but
yet.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
not so sure about
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
the outlet yet. Yeah.